I drink your milkshake.
I have some very sad news.
I have a straw that goes all the way over here. I drink it up. What's that?
The kids.
What kids?
They've been gooed. They've all been gooed. They've been taken away to a foreign nation and gooed.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Or get on my face.
Zoom in.
Welcome to Taps and Takes, baby.
Welcome. Come one, come all. To Taps and
Live.
Takes.
Kind of. From Grog's traditional Irish pub at the northeast corner of Willow Knees. You know where to go to get that food and beer.
You need the beer because it's chilly.
You know
It's chilly out.
Yeah, it is chilly.
It's chilly. I got this big old jacket. My Terry jacket.
We love Grog's. We love Royce.
We do.
We love being here and doing Taps and Takes, where we cover the week's nerd and sports news. Now, I do have umbrage, Elliott.
You got a little umbrage?
I have a little umbrage with you. See, I went back and watched our last Taps and Takes, and I was like, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It sound pretty good.
Made you want to watch Fruit Baskets.
No.
I was like, wait a minute. I've had it all this time.
What they don't know is that I love Fruits Basket.
I read the manga religiously. It's my pick-me-up.
No, I heard a little comment you made. Hold on. That you believe that sports is the better section of Taps and Takes.
It's what I love, man. It's what I love.
You don't love nerd shit?
I like nerd shit. I love sports.
You're gay.
You're
a gay man.
You understand kind of sports. You love nerd shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon my language.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep that in, or
to quote you.
I just don't understand because this next episode of the Do-Over podcast, which we're probably live right now. Just go ahead and check us out after you watch this.
Probably not.
Probably live right now on Twitch at twitch.tv/the Do-Over podcast. Probably live. Probably. I have a 3-part presentation of why you're gay. I can't wait.
Oh, wow.
I am thrilled. The hair's not helping out your cause, bud.
Hair's fantastic.
You're not escaping the allegations based on the hair. Your hair makes you look like a 1980s magazine model.
That sounds pretty rad to me.
That's a woman with boobs.
That sounds pretty tubular.
I mean, look at the hair. Take out the headphones. Shake the hair. Shake it. Or can we do slow-mo on that? Look at that. Look at that.
It's flawless.
Now, just imagine like 1980s,
spandex.
at a shower.
Yeah, spandex, really tight.
Yeah, looking like that. Looking like a gay Terry Bogard.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're calling Terry gay?
No, I'm calling you gay.
I don't know.
I said a gay Terry Bogard. Not,
calling Terry gay.
No. I'm calling you gay.
It's okay. Maybe you got a little fanfic of Terry.
Look, it's okay if your fanfic is your real life, Elliott.
I am the fanfic.
Benny Johnson.
Benny and the Jets.
Over here. We got Benny Johnson right there.
Benny Johnson. Benny Johnson.
Listen, Elliott.
Listen.
I know you're looking for that goo.
The secret of the ooze.
So let's get right into that goo story. What do you think about Stranger Things season 5?
Finally caught up to Stranger Things. Whole show. Caught up.
Yep.
Watched all 4 episodes, I think, in a day.
Yeah.
I think I finally had time where I could just watch it. Really enjoyed it. Really fun season. I think Holly is a very good actress. I like that the Hawkins is kind of in despair. It's kind of all broken up. You're not just getting everybody's back to school.
Yeah, not a lot of ins and outs. Yeah.
Even though they are technically back in school, it's clearly different.
Right.
I did like them reminding us how psycho bullies in the 80s were.
Yeah.
Just to kill a pet snake. It's not even his snake. It's the class's snake.
Right.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that shit would never have happened when we were in school. No one's going to get their hands on a snake and just kill it.
You're right. So I thought that was pretty wild, which I think is fun. I love Robin and Will's dynamic.
Mm.
I think that's a really fun pairing. I think it's a really good pairing for the show. There's some things every season of Stranger Things. There's a little funk. I don't mind kind of the cheesy dialogue because in my brain, 80s things and 80s themed things are all cheesy.
Yeah.
So like, I don't mind if it's a little bit. Now, if the dialogue gets worse as the season goes on, okay, that's an issue.
Right.
And I also have like a bit of an issue with Hopper constantly trying to do the heroic sacrifice.
Yeah.
It feels
he's
like
just let me kill myself.
he's like, he's done it once in a season now.
Right,
it feels like, and it's like, all right, guy.
I would say narratively though, it makes sense. He lost his I was thinking about this. I'm not to get too far into it, but like when you have children, like if you ever have kids when you're older, okay, when you're a big boy, if you ever, if I'm saying big if you ever decide to have kids and have children, there is this connection between you and kids, which unfortunately some people don't, but you would literally sacrifice yourself for them. Like I would take a horrible, horrendous death if it just meant that my children can live
peacefully, comfortably. Yeah.
I would be like, go for it. That level of sacrifice is understood from his point of view because he already has lost a child.
No, I get that. I mean? And I really like how he's now opening up to 11 about that. I think their dynamic's fantastic. It just feels like season 3. He does the whole Kevin Costner. Let me go. Okay.
Yeah.
And like, I thought that would have been a great end to his character. And then season 4, I'll be the bait. I'll sacrifice. Okay. That's 2 now.
Yeah.
And now 3.
He's trying to blow himself up.
He's trying to. Okay. He's got enough C4 to take down a whole army. Like, come on, man.
What if he just doesn't want to live? What if he's like, guys, look.
It feels like it. I mean, like he's got Winona Ryder. He's got Joyce, who's
a fox.
Who's just aging so wonderfully.
I know, right?
And is
aging like some fine wine.
And is just like the most incredible mother.
Yeah.
It's just a 10 out of 10 fox.
Right.
He's got a new daughter. And it kind of like 2 kids, and it kind of like 10 kids because he's just like kind of watching over everyone. He's like the Steve when Steve finally like grows up.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, no, I don't think I deserve it. You know what? We're taking this wall down.
Well, and also it's presumptuous to think that like after literally Molotoving the shit out of Vecna, filling him with shit loads of like buckshot.
Yeah.
That like even blowing him up would do you're talking about superpowered people here, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? So okay. So you're liking it better than season 4.
I'm liking it better. It just feels,
which I think is nuts, but okay.
I just feel like season 5, and I've seen so many people just rip on it, whether it's like for the acting or the writing or the dialogue.
I think it's great.
I just think it's fun. It's reminding me of the fun I had in season 1.
Yeah.
And I think for a finale, for a final season, that's what you want. You want the show to come full circle.
Mm-hmm.
You want the show to feel like the fun and joy you got out of season 1. And it puts a pretty little bow on the top of it. There are some little nitpicking stuff,
right.
But
but
every show has that.
And we don't have the whole thing yet. Like we only have a portion. You got to rate it as a whole season.
Yeah.
I do like that they tied in a radio station because I have love for the radio.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that the fact that like made me like nostalgic, you know, to like my early days doing it. And I just love it.
I think it's perfect for Robin.
Right. And yeah, perfect. And then the goo. So let's talk about really quickly, the Will takeover at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I thought was rad that he killed him, like how Vecna was killing his victims.
Well, and they'd been kind of teasing this since like season 2.
Kind of, but I feel like no one saw it coming. Like,
no, I agree.
What I would say is good about the way that the Duffer Brothers have written the last 3 seasons of Stranger Things is that in season 4, I'm usually pretty, like when I watch things, I'm pretty, the observation level that I have on little things that are in between.
Like you're locked in.
I understand like kind of where they're going. I legit did not see Henry. I knew that Henry was an important character, right? but I didn't see Henry becoming Vecna. And then when it all came full circle, I got like chills. I was like, fuck, they got one over on me. Because typically I would see that coming, right? I didn't see Will having control over the Demogorgons or tapping into I didn't see that. But the thing is, it's not ass pulley. No, because it plays into the rules that they have set up about the goo. The goo. Now, what's your theory about how it's going to end? Because I was thinking the same thing. Because Vecna's stealing kids and he's gooing them up.
Yeah. No. Well, and I hate Royce for this because he put it like perfect for my tiny brain to figure it out. Pardon me. It's Dream Warriors, and it makes total sense because they went with the whole kind of Freddy Krueger aspect in season 4.
Yeah.
With him haunting people's dreams and psyches and stuff like that. And now with him, and I thought this was kind of like the most obvious kind of like twist. Mr. What's-It is Henry. Like we all saw that. We all knew that. We all knew that. We all knew that. But like him taking kids into the hellscape or the upside down, whatever you want to call it, into the wall, I guess. And is like feeding off the kids to give them powers.
Well, he's gooing them.
He's gooing them, which
they have the same thing that Will got, which is the goo.
Yeah.
In the mouth, the goo.
He's gooing them. And then he's probably going to try and raise an army of little Vecnas.
Right.
So it's just going to lead to Will leading the kids to take down Vecna.
I saw that the moment I saw the goo going into the kids.
Yeah. No matter how you say it, it's bad.
Yeah. When I saw the goo, I was like, oh, there's going to be like an Akira moment where like these kids are going to fucking all get glowing eyes and fucking fuck some shit up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I will say,
but we disagree about what's the end is probably going to be.
Well, I still think one of the major cast members is going to go. I hope
it's not Steve, dude.
I don't think it's, so I'm torn now. I'm 50-50 on it being either Jonathan or Steve. Because season 5 started off the very first scene of them competing with each other. And season 4 was this Nancy, Steve, while Jonathan was gone. And it's all been building up to this weird love triangle that's not a love triangle, but it clearly is, but it isn't. I think because Steve won like the race up that, Jonathan is going to get one over on Steve and sacrifice himself.
I think it would make more narrative sense to propel a character. It would, if Steve dies, it propels Dustin's character because they're having a conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan, who hasn't really had much to do in the whole season, sacrificing himself for his brother would make a lot of narrative sense.
Well, and for
right?
Nancy.
For Nancy.
And for like Nancy. Yeah. And like he has the ring. So like if Steve has to be the one that gives her the ring.
I think a lot of people assume Steve's going to go. I feel like Jonathan would be the one that dies.
Well, and just think of like how the whole show started because Joyce fought tooth and nail to find her son.
Right.
And then the shock and pain of saving Will at the cost of Jonathan.
Yeah.
It's compelling. I don't like it would suck for her character.
Right.
But to me, it makes like the most sense because we haven't had that like connection to Jonathan like we've had with Steve over the course of 5
seasons. And that would
seasons.
propel Jonathan's character as being meaningful for the show. I'm still thinking we're all assuming someone from the main cast is going to die. I would like to see all of them survive because it's unexpected at this point.
Well, and they were saying like, don't expect a red wedding.
Yeah.
You know, like the creators of the show, they're like, don't expect it. We're not doing that.
Right.
Now, I do think 1 or 2 might go. I definitely know the 4 are safe. I just don't. And there's one little thing. Can we have the 4 go on a quest? Like Dustin,
I think
Lucas,
we'll get that. I think we're going to get the campaign, like the original campaign. They will be like in their roles in real life doing some D&D
because they're
shit,
all,
I guarantee
and like
you.
they're all so important to their roles and what they do. Like Dustin being so good with the frequencies and just being smart.
Yeah.
Dustin's probably the smartest character in the show. And then you have Will, who's going to be kind of like 11. He'll be frontline, wizard. And then Mike will come up with a plan. And then Lucas, I don't know what Lucas, he'll be the sniper, I guess, the archer.
Yeah.
Because he's always doing something. I would like to see more of them.
Last question, and we'll move on.
Okay.
I feel like there's been a couple sentences that people are overlooking. One, last season 4, and I said this last week on Taps and Takes, there was a very odd emphasis on the fact that the Upside Down is a snapshot stuck in time on that day, right?
Okay.
The fact that it's 1983, May 2nd or 3rd, 1983, that it's this day, time does not move.
Right. And they used that to kind of move around in the Upside Down last season.
But they emphasize the fact that it is stuck in that time. Like it came up 5 times, right?
Right.
When they were talking about wormholes, when Erica was in class, the teacher, if you're not looking for it, you're going to miss it. This is what I've been talking about when I'm locking in, paying attention to the ancillary information. Says you can move matter from one place to the next without having to go in the space in between, right? So you could be in a different place or a different time. Do you think we're going to see time travel shenanigans?
Well, we kind of already have, in a sense.
Well, we're seeing memories. I'm saying physically moving to a previous period in time, actually physically being there. Do you think we're going to see time travel shenanigans? I mean, they already, now here's the other thing.
They're flirting with it.
They already gave reference to Back to the Future. Okay.
And Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in
Time's a big thing.
Time's coming up. Back to the Future. Do you think that they're doing this to kind of zhuzh you into some time travel shit? And would that even be satisfying? The idea of time traveling and the kind of resetting the crazy shit that happened to get a better outcome. You know what I mean?
No.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. So I hope they don't do that.
It makes sense for Avengers. It made sense for Endgame. It does not make sense for Stranger Things.
I want a gratifying into the show. I don't think a time travel to negate all the crazy shit that happened.
No, I think it would do a disservice to all those characters if you just washed it away with time travel. So
far, here's my theory and how it ends.
Okay.
And then we're going to move on. I think that L created the Upside Down. I think L is the only one that can close the Upside Down. And I think she has to inhabit the Upside Down in order to close it and lock it off.
So she's got to close it from the inside.
Yes. And I think Jonathan sacrifices himself for Will. I also foresee the kids arming up to take down Vecna, but I think Vecna is also a victim of the Mind Flayer, and the Mind Flayer is the real bad guy, and he's going to have a redemption arc, and all of them are going to fight against the Mind Flayer. I'm telling you right now, mark my fucking words, Elliott. Mark my fucking words. I know what I'm talking about. Royce, goddammit, I know what I'm talking about.
I don't need...
Nobody's talking about is the fact that it's not Vecna that gave Will powers. It's coming to terms with the fact that he's gay that gave him powers.
That is true.
The gayness did give him the powers, Elliott.
Well, technically, Robin gave him powers.
Listen.
Rockin' Robin.
If I could be gay and get powers, worth it.
I mean, I'll
just be a little bit gay. I'll just touch your penis once a week, like this. Boop, boop. And then guess what?
Doesn't your wife...
I got mind bullets.
Doesn't Sarah already have a gay friend? She got you lined up.
Yeah. But I don't want to touch Dodo. He's like a friend of the family. I want to touch you, sexy. Look at that hair.
You're like Dodo. More like boo-boo.
Comes full circle. All right. Let's get into it.
All right. We've got Man of Tomorrow news. So the casting is underway. They are looking at some people to play the antagonist Brainiac. Matt Smith...
That'd be good. Matt Smith would be great catch.
Yeah. I believe it's Cleese Bang and Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell would be fucking tight if they got Sam Rockwell.
I love Sam Rockwell.
I love Sam Rockwell.
I love Sam Rockwell. I don't want him for Brainiac.
Moon is one of the greatest fucking movies ever made.
Love Sam Rockwell. Don't want him for Brainiac, but I think he could bring something to the DC. I do think he fits James Gunn's like vibe.
1,000,000%.
I don't know if he's Brainiac though. I think Matt Smith is the Brainiac play.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the breaking news that we got? Supergirl teaser. We're supposed to have a trailer 2 days after taping this, so we'll have to come back. But
I saw the logo.
I don't know if it looks good or not because it hasn't happened yet. But you know what? That's what you get when we're here producing this shit for you. So like and subscribe, motherfucker.
You should do that. You should
like and subscribe because we do this for you.
We do that for you. But I think that'll be good too. I think that'll be great. I don't get like why people bash James Gunn when all he's had is success. I get it. Maybe it's not your tempo, like your.
How do I put this? He's a little. I like James Gunn too. Let me be clear. I like James Gunn too. But James Gunn, his style is a little predictable. Like it's going to be goofy. There's going to be humor. Like, and sometimes I didn't mind what Zack Snyder made like a series, because DC has a tendency to be more serious than Marvel, just in the books.
Sure.
Like in the books, the stakes are very clear. They're a little bit more serious in tone where, and I was having a conversation with someone about this, like the differences between DC books and Marvel books is that like, if you look at like X-Men books, you'll see these superheroes in day-to-day life and normal clothes, living life, because that is a big part of them just trying to exist, right?
Well, especially with them.
Right. In DC books, they're like powered up most of the time. Like they're in their suit, they're doing hero shit. They're always trying, you know what I mean? Whereas, so that duality, that tone kind of fit, in my opinion, for what Zack Snyder was doing. Now, some of the writing, some of the decisions was weak. And then there was a lot of WB heavy-handed executive oversight.
For sure.
Because if you watch the Snyder cut of Justice League, it's pretty good. I thought it was great. It's also a 4-hour movie, but I thought it was a lot fucking better than the original movie. So with that being said, he's a little predictable. Like you kind of know exactly the tone of what you're going to get.
Okay.
And I thought Superman was good. It's good movie. Good movie. Not saying it's bad. It's a good movie. But you need to establish real stakes that are kind of monumental to get people invested in care.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, I can get that. Well, I definitely think Brainiac brings that.
Hopefully.
I definitely think that. And I also think when they set up, Lex Luthor being president, that'll lead to, I could see them doing this. I kind of hope they don't do this because I'm using like the Justice League cartoon from the early 2000s. I hope they don't do Justice Lords. I would hate that.
But see, that's the other thing about James Gunn is that he'll take these niche little properties. And I feel like him turning Guardians of the Galaxy into these like amazingly, because like, dude, I read comic books my whole life.
Yeah.
GOG was like, they were kind of like,
they were super
there,
niche.
and like some people loved them.
Yeah.
And you understand their characters, and when they would show up, it'd be cool, but it wasn't like they were big, huge things. And he turned GOG into like huge recognizable characters and names.
Oh, for sure.
I don't want the hubris of pulling that off because you're also doing this at the peak of Marvel to be like, okay, let's do a Sergeant Rock movie. Like, who the fuck cares about that? And again, where the fuck is Batman? Where's Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are like the main players?
No,
you know what I mean?
No, I would say that would be my only like gripe with James Gunn and the DCAU. It's just, or not AU, DCU. It's just, I want the League now. Like I want, or at least hints of the League. Like I want to see a Batman or a Wonder Woman. Hell, like the fact that Lanterns got pushed back just kind of a bummer because I want to see the Lanterns. I want to see how he does with their powers. And Jon Stewart, favorite Lantern. Yeah. Sick.
And they picked a really good actor to play.
Incredibly
Jon
good.
Stewart.
Exactly.
And so he's a very attractive man. He's like, you know what I mean? Like when you look at his eyes, you're like,
pulled hot girl, dude.
fuck you. Am I going to get mind bullets from touching your wee-wee?
I mean,
that's what you think.
I mean, he pulled Hot Girl, pulled Shiva. Dude's got game. Well, let's hop over. We'll get to Denny here in a second, but since we're on DC, let's talk about the Batman. I'm really excited for this story. If it is accurate, the Batman Part 2 is in talks to bringing in Scarlett Johansson. Now, there was also rumor that Emma Stone was in the running, but the second Scarlett heard about this, she made a big push for it. So I think the plan is they're going to be bringing in Scarlett Johansson, and the rumor is that she will play Andrea Beaumont.
I don't even know who that is.
So she was the love interest of Bruce Wayne in the animated classic Mask of the Phantasm, regarded as one of the best Batman stories and movies of all time.
Okay.
Matt Reeves, my brother, make Mask of the Phantasm. It would be so good. It would be so good with you doing it, because it totally encapsulates like the struggle of Bruce Wayne finding happiness in his life and the need to be Batman. It brings in Joker without him being the major cause of all the things.
Mhm.
And then it gives you a chance for Scarlett Johansson to play this, like what she's done, to play this kind of like one smoke show, but also this torn vigilante killer. It could be so good. Just do it. Just do it. It's perfect for you.
I don't remember. I watched Mask of the Phantasm, but I was like 8. I don't remember anything about it.
It is one of the best Batman, not just movies, but stories. And I think what it would set up now, especially because Batman's starting to see himself as a beacon of hope, and what happens to the city if he finds happiness in his life and that conflict. And you know, Pat Bat can get the gloomies on. Come on now.
I thought he was one of the. I like Pat Bat. I thought it was fucking tight. You know.
Oh, I loved it.
I love the tone of Matt Reeves' film too.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, and I think what you'll see in the next Batman is that he realizes that one part in the Batman that like really gets you is when he goes in to save everyone that's trapped and he hits the flare, and you realize that he is now accepting his role of not just vengeance. He's accepting his role as a protector of Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
It got me emotional watching it. Like the way that narratively it went down, I was like, this is fucking awesome. I feel like you're going to get him being the Playboy Bruce Wayne as well. That the somber, sad shit, when he's just singularly focused on revenge, is going to split, and he's going to realize that he needs to be like the Playboy Bruce Wayne as well. Because that's what I want to see in the next one, that him like being like a smug asshole Playboy.
Yeah. Well, I think if they go forward with it, I think you'll see that. And that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
But let's go back. Denis Villeneuve. So his top choice to play James Bond in the next 007 film is Callum Turner. And you know, if you see him, you get it.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him.
I get it.
Yeah.
And you know what? With him, I trust it.
And I trust Denny.
That's what I mean.
I'll watch whatever the fuck he does.
Do you want to save the big news for the end?
I think that is a very extensive story. I think we get through it and we do an in the middle thing and then go to.
All right. Well, my last little things are quick anyways. All right. So it's been a bit of a week for old WB.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking George. You don't like that?
What?
You didn't get it. All right. Whatever. It was a sweet George W. Bush joke, and you just totally over the head.
No, I was like, huh?
Totally.
I thought, no, we're not talking about this news right now.
That's what I asked you.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to jam it right now.
No, at the end.
Okay.
At the end. That's the biggest news that's going on.
That's what I asked.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
let's go to God of War.
All right.
Okay. Max Parker is reportedly in talks to play Boulder in the live action series.
Mm-hmm.
I want the dude from Lost, Jeremy Davies, to reprise his role. He crushed the shit out of that role.
No, he's fantastic.
And down to his look, dude. Like everything about it. See, what the good thing that they did with God of War is that they subverted expectations of some things, right? Boulder being this kind of squat, very lanky kind of dude.
Yeah, lanky, skinny, strong guy.
He's just a fucking great actor. That guy is just good. And then you can't recast all the players with the same people.
I get that.
But I feel like you could pluck a couple that did it, because Boulder literally looks exactly like him, sounds exactly like him. His look was fucking awesome. Let him play the fucking role. Like, what the fuck, dude?
No, like, I know technically you quote unquote couldn't do it. But honestly, I still feel like, and I get it, it'd be tough. Christopher Judge. He's kind of at that same age as Kratos at that time, kind of older, wiser. The voice is still there. I understand why there would be difficulties with that. Dude,
Kratos is great. I don't think his skin has anything to do with it. Christopher Judge is an incredible voice actor, like incredible. Like the amount of emotional depth he brings to Kratos by simple grunts and single lines of dialogue. I could see that if they cast him, even though he sounds like him, there's this separation, because when you play God of War, Kratos is an iconic symboled character. He sounds in an iconic way, right? But if you cast Christopher Judge as Kratos, even if you make him look almost exactly, there's going to be kind of a mind tweak thing that's going to take you out of it. And I think that's why they're not getting Jeremy Davies to play Boulder. I think that's why they're not using any of the original people to play him, because
I mean, it makes sense.
They want you to separate the game from what they're doing.
What the story is.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I get that. I'm kind of like you. I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And when you already, like, it'd be one thing if it was just voice actors who don't have like the chops for acting. These two in particular have great chops for acting.
Oh, fuck yeah. I would just love it if, and I know this would be a ballsy move, just cast a no-name yoked ass actor that can do good physicality and let Christopher Judge read his lines. Fuck it. Why not?
Boring.
No, seriously. Seriously. Just let him read his fucking lines. Why not? Why the fuck not? Right?
I feel like you can still find a real, like, I think they're
going to find someone good to do it.
Jason Statham.
But look,
I'm Kratos. Come here, boy.
Look, honestly, it's one of those things that, like, they need to take this serious and do it in a serious way in order for it to be good, or it's going to be trash.
Well, I think getting the director for Shogun and The Boys to do the first 2 episodes, I think that's
smart move.
Great first move. Yeah. That's a step in the right direction. And, we'll see. Speaking of Amazon, The Boys dropped their trailer for their final season, and it looks pretty damn good.
It looks good, but I've been over The Boys for 2 years. I
get you.
I don't know.
I
man.
feel
it just seems like it. You know what The Boys is? You know how it's frustrating to me when. Remember the show Silicon Valley?
Yeah,
love it. Love the show. But the trope of always losing, having one breakthrough success and then losing. The Boys is kind of the same thing. Like, you have this. Like, oh, we're doing so good. We're doing all this work. We're getting to the point, and we failed. Oh, we're there. Oh, we failed. Like,
I think
there seems to be just no movement. It's just the same fucking thing over and over again.
Well, I think 5 seasons is a perfect amount of time for every and any show. So I think you getting season 4, Homelander's actor Anthony Starr, he is a phenomenal actor, and he is Homelander. Like, he's played that character perfect.
Well, what I hear is that he's also a dick in real life, so it wasn't too hard of a. He's the guy that did the "Do you know who I am?" and got in that bar fight.
I kind of love that though. Like, for that being Homelander, that kind of fits. That kind of fits. So I mean, he's put on a masterclass of that character of Homelander. So for to get the 5 seasons and then the finale of him probably not making it, if I had to guess. Unless they did a Boys thing and just he wins at the end.
Dude, I could fucking see it, bro.
But no, I think season 5, 5 seasons of The Boys is the perfect amount. But with that comes some really cool news, because it's supposedly going to have or supposedly going to be going on the same time. Invincible season 4 and Daredevil is going to be on air.
That's some good be some good TV.
So we're eating good. Like superhero fans are eating real good because you're getting Invincible, which I think is one of the best superhero stories the last couple of years.
No, it's great. I just wish that they did something about better animation on that show. You have a huge IP potential, and I think that they're looking at it like, oh, we get a lot of value out of very little money, comparatively speaking.
Well, it's like it's like Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine.
Yeah.
Give them their dues because, and the Mighty Nine, no one's talking about. The first 3 episodes were awesome, and you don't see any.
They should have finished Vox Machina first.
But you don't see any advertising. You don't see anything. Like, it's high praise on your platform. It's critically acclaimed.
Because Critical Role is their advertising campaign.
Yeah.
Let's just do a couple of really quick stories here and then get on to the big stuff. I think what we do is take a break, do the big stuff, because I have a very comprehensive breakdown of what's going on.
Well, let's just wrap up. We'll wrap up the little things here. Yeah. Zootopia, 900 million already.
Crazy.
Insane.
Did
insane
gangbusters in China too, which that must have been like negotiated because I thought China wasn't showing American films.
I think you just have to be like very careful of what you put in it.
No, I thought that it was like kind of a response to the tariffs.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was just like in order to get in the Chinese market, you had to be very particular.
That is still a thing, but I think that they just weren't showing American-made movies because of response to tariffs.
Oh,
I think I could be wrong.
And then it's been announced Nicolas Cage will be reportedly playing Bill Riley in Ben Riley. Sorry, I can't read. Ben Riley in Spider Noir. Riley will take the mantle of Spider-Man Noir.
He was already announced as Spider-Man Noir. He was already Spider-Man Noir, and fucking.
They announced what character who will be playing Spider Noir.
Okay. All right,
there you go.
Here, wait. I got a couple of quick ones.
Sure, go.
The Avatar fighting game is fucking cracked. Now, when I first saw the thing for it, I was like, oh, it looks kind of like a cheap 2D fighter. It is fucking sick. It is sick. It's like old school fighting games that is like simple, but it has this crazy mechanical depth that fucking the sweats and tryhards are going to fucking tune that shit up. It's sick as fuck. Oh my God, it's sick. Like if you're a fan of Avatar and fighting games, you are going to, I'm telling you now, Tokon Fighting Souls beta number 2 happened. The game's cool. It's a Marvel tag fighter.
Right.
But the more and more like people play it and myself, it becomes kind of underwhelming. It is some of the like decisions that they have made as far as mechanics are concerned for a tag fighter. Like think back to like Marvel versus Capcom and like you being able to just bring characters in and out, right? It's a tag fighter. It kind of doesn't allow you to do it. It's afraid to be either a 1v1 or a tag fighter. It's like kind of afraid to like let you just fucking go loose.
Right.
And the game struggles because of it, dude.
Okay.
It is dumbed down to the point where it's like babies can play this game by mashing light. You know what I mean? And it's like, they need to fix this shit. Honestly, honest to God. But yeah, fucking psyched.
Who are you going to use for Avatar?
Dude, Korra looks insane. Like the only characters, it was Zuko, Katara,
Aang, I'd imagine.
Aang, and Korra were the 4 characters that they allowed. They all looked sick. Like when it is the kind of game that like the sweaties, like the neck bearded fucking D-Gen sweats are going to crack this fucking game in half. And like fighting games have struggled from like an oversimplification problem, right? Like they want to bring it down so where most people can jump in and start to play because fighting games have mechanical depth to it that you have to learn. And if you just go online and you've never played a fighting game, you're going to get your ass rocked.
Oh yeah. And dude, even if you've played them your whole life and you go online nowadays, you're going to get cracked.
You're going to get cracked, but you need to get past that failure state to learn. And a lot of gamers these days, so the whole idea behind making fighting games is like, well, make it somewhat mechanically shallow so people can come and do simplified inputs because motion controls are so fucking hard. But because of that, you're kind of dumbing down the game, and your base audience, they're going to get bored with it, dude.
Right. And so that's the problem with the Marvel one. Yeah. It's just been dumbed down too much.
Dumbed down to the point where like a 6-year-old can come in and just smash medium.
Okay.
It's like,
it's a shame.
What are we doing here, man?
It's a darn shame.
Yeah. So we're going to come back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. I'm going to try to keep the craziness of the WB
Paramount Netflix
crazy shit
kerfuffle
down to like 5 minutes, but I got extensive notes to go over, and then we'll get right to sports.
Sounds good.
All right. 3, 2, 1, break.
Hi, it's Elliott Cams here. You might know me as Elliott Jams. You might also know me as the coziest boy in Fresno.
So cozy.
You know why? Because I'm inside Grog's, traditional Irish pub.
We had to take off our jackets because it's so cozy.
It's warm. I feel like I'm in a bosom. Your bosom. Grog's bosom.
Gentle bosom.
The bosoming is happening here at Grog's, traditional Irish pub.
So come eat and drink.
Out of the bosom of Grog's, traditional Irish pub.
Okay.
We're back.
Biggest story going on right now is the acquisition of WB.
Right.
I have extensive notes here, and this may be a little bit like not my own thoughts, and we'll give our own thoughts at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So when Netflix was announced to be the winning bid for WB, all these fucking people came out and started dooming.
Yeah.
I wasn't, and I'll explain why at the end.
I was a little doomy.
Everyone. But dude,
doomy.
God damn it. Like, they're not thinking through about the cohesiveness of them doing it, and I'll say why at the end. Okay. Quick summary. Netflix agreed to buy Warner Brothers Studio and HBO Max and HBO in an $82.7 billion enterprise. Days later, Paramount, ran by David Ellison after its Skydance tie-up, launched a hostile all-cash $30 a share offer, which basically brought it up to $108 billion.
$108.4 billion.
Okay. Key players. Okay. Netflix, Ted Sarandos and Greg Peters. Okay. Co-CEOs of Netflix. Warner Brothers, David Zaslav. Okay. And Paramount, David Ellison, chairman and CEO of Paramount Skydance, which they just acquired Skydance like not too long ago.
Correct.
The high-level deal differences. Netflix announced the deal, buys WB's studios and streaming assets only. Okay. Does not acquire global networks, their linear cable channels such as CNN, TNT, Discovery Channel, HGTV, Food Network, and all of those. Those networks are to be spun off into a separate public company, often described as Discovery Global. Okay. Structure is cash plus Netflix stock per WB share, big breakup fee of $5.8 billion if it doesn't get approved or if anything out of their control
happens,
makes it not go through. Paramount's hostile tender offer that happened December 8th, all cash, $30 per share. Okay. Backed by the Ellison family and Redbird, Middle Eastern sovereign funds, and big debt commitments, pitched as quicker and more certain to close because of their personal relationship with the Trump administration. Okay. This all started October 21st, went through to like just a couple of days ago, December 8th, when the hostile takeover was announced. Okay.
Right.
To give you perspective on how a hostile takeover works. And I only have perspective of this because like of Succession, to be quite honest. But
fair enough.
You have a board that approves deals. Netflix's deal was a winning bid.
Right.
Okay. A hostile takeover is when you go past the board because the board has a fiduciary responsibility to the shareholders, meaning a financial responsibility to the shareholders to make them the most amount of money. This is what happens with publicly traded companies.
Right.
So what Netflix is offering is basically $27 and some cents a share.
Yeah, 27 to 24, I believe.
Yes. They're offering 30.
Mm-hmm.
They're going past the board.
Right.
And going straight to the shareholders.
Mm-hmm.
So if the shareholders approve it because it's so much more money, you could argue to the board that they're not working in your financial interest. If the shareholders approve that and they acquire the vast majority of controlling stake stock hold
right.
in WB, they can fire the board and put in
Their
members
board. Yeah.
that will approve the acquisition. Okay. Now, there are differences in how the assets were going to be sold, because a lot of people are like, well, if that's more money, that's great. No. Okay. They valued the Discovery Networks, the cable side of it, at $1 a share. That's what their valuation is on it.
Okay.
Netflix wasn't going to buy all of those. They were only buying the studio.
Right.
They were only buying HBO and HBO Max and their streaming services. All of those other shows were going to be spun off into a separate entity. Okay. Paramount wants all of it.
Yes.
So when it looks like it's more money, it's not quite there because they're buying all of it. They want all of the shows.
They're buying all the shows, the networks, the channels, on top of all the streaming and all of the other platforms. Right.
Now, there's big legal issues with both companies buying them that they may face going through the purchase, which would probably be quicker with Paramount. They're a smaller company. They're all cash. With Netflix, it'd probably take about a year to get the deal done.
Okay.
But you're facing antitrust, competitive issues. You're facing structural versus behavioral remedies, national security issues with Paramounts because there's Middle Eastern money tied into that. The breakup fee litigations, because from what I understand, if Paramount's hostile takeover happens, they owe Netflix $2.8 billion. That was their breakup fee when it's a situation like this after the winning bid was signed off on.
Right.
But if it doesn't go through antitrust, if it doesn't go through the FCC, if it doesn't get approved for the acquisition, then they have to pay almost $6 billion to WB. Okay. When all the fucking dooming started to happen, I was like, hold on. Think about this for a second. Netflix struggles making movies. They don't have a huge theatrical presence.
Well, their platform is to combat theaters in a sense.
Yes and no. Okay. They've been more friendly towards theaters. They were a big shakeup. Netflix is not perfect by any means, but they changed the industry. They did. What they did changed how everything moves forward. And I'm not saying multi-billion-dollar companies owning all of these things is a great thing. I'm not saying that. But they struggle in the theatrical release department. They struggle in artistic, not things that are made with analytics, like this show needs to be like this. It needs to end like this per episode so people keep on watching. That is a lot of the way that they make their shows. They use analytics to draw people in.
Sure.
WB and people that make movies like legacy, like movies, like theatrical films, are more apt to take more artistic choices.
Right.
Okay. There is a cohesion between Netflix owning WB and WB operating as it's still a studio. It's much like how Fox still exists underneath Disney.
Right.
Not as much as it was before, but the oversight obviously is Disney, but they still have the IP. They still have the properties. It is produced. Netflix owning WB eliminates redundancy in roles, so more people can keep their jobs when acquired. Okay. WB knows how to make movies, so the people in place, which they already said they would keep the CEOs, they would keep James Gunn and all that, will largely just do their own thing and still put out movies. The only thing that they kind of said was it'll be like a shorter run in theaters. Right. Which, again, some people hate. I don't. I think it's a lot of people like watching.
That's my biggest gripe with Netflix is their takeaway of some movie screen times, because there are sometimes It feels like you see theaters. I mean, even now, like in the day and age now, a lot of movies never even get a real opportunity to grow or shine, or everybody's judged on your box office success, which isn't fair to some movies because there have been some great movies that have bombed in the last 2 years that don't deserve it. And you're going to get more of that. Now you can say, oh, but it'll be on streaming. So the more it's streamed, the more popular it'll be, the more money that movie comes in. But does it?
I don't know. No, I largely think Paramount Skydance acquiring WB is a bad thing.
No, I agree.
Because it's going to first of all, eliminate a ton of jobs, because Paramount Skydance is a studio. You're going to have too many redundancies, period. Okay. There's going to be multiple people in the same role. They're going to have to get rid of some people. It's probably not going to be their people, first of all. Second of all, movies that were greenlit via WB are going to have a bigger chance of getting fucking axed because they just spent $100 billion and they won't have the money, quite frankly, to do a lot of the slate that was happening. You would have a better opportunity to keep creatives in creative roles, save jobs, and have WB still be effectively what WB is underneath Netflix, because Netflix needs theatrical presence. There's a better cohesion between what Netflix is and WB as a studio, because what they're mainly worried about is the IP and content coming to their platforms. That's it. I think that is their main goal. I don't think personally they have to be self-aware enough to understand that in their movie making department, they struggle.
Big time.
They have to know.
Oh, big time.
So if you have a studio that knows how to fucking make movies, you do not want to go and start meddling in the shit. And if you keep the creatives and the CEOs in the roles that they're in, you're more apt to have it still be what it is. I think Paramount coming in and buying WB fucks the whole thing.
Well, I think...
And people were bitching so much about Netflix because they're so basic to be like, well, if they own it, well, then nothing's going to come to the theater anymore. You don't buy a fucking movie studio that has 100-year legacy for almost $100 billion, almost $90 billion to say, well, we're not going to go to the theater anymore. That's fucking mouth breathing. That's a mouth breathing take. That is a fucking mouth breather take, bro. You don't spend that much money to just not go to the theater. I don't give a shit if a movie's going to do the most it's going to do in the first 2 months. Okay. So if we get a movie released in May and then it hits streaming in August, cool. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, you go June, July, and then right in the beginning of August, it's a fucking 8-week run, and then boom, a movie's on streaming. Fine. Okay, that's fine.
I think their concern would be like if, let's say, you get an 8-week movie go right in a theater, and they cut it down to 5.
I get that. I understand that, like a 45-day, that can be a shitty thing. But at the same time, times are different. People's watching habits have changed, and I think the best chance of having the least amount of meddling in the studio itself is with Netflix.
I agree with that.
And not with Paramount. Paramount will fucking gut the shit out of WB.
Well, what I'm concerned about with Paramount is everything we consume being owned by one company. Like movies, all of your networks that you watch on TV are all under Paramount.
Yeah.
And then there's only like 4 companies that run all media that you consume every day.
Right.
And
which is politically dangerous.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm more concerned about. It's like, because Meta, Instagram, and Facebook, Zuckerberg, clearly a friend of the administration. And this would go with any administration, just to clarify. So you have that. Paramount would own TikTok. It would own all of your news. It would own all of your movies, essentially.
Yeah, and the goal that they had to claim that any way you cut it, a lot of companies have effective monopolies that operate, right? So I'm thinking about this on more of like a micro level. Like, it is almost unavoidable when you have administrations and governments that are going to be kind of happy to bend the rules a little bit to let billionaires get their way. Paramount, after acquiring Skydance and what they own, allowing them to own on top of that WB and HBO, I think is a worst case scenario compared to Netflix, because I think there's a better cohesion state. More creatives would stay in their jobs. I feel like the studio would still just run as the studio, and it would be business as usual, to be honest. Now, obviously, they would make some tweaks and changes, but I think the best chance of people keeping their fucking jobs and the IP still being taken care of properly is under Netflix's deal and not Paramount's. The Ellisons, for all that they're worth, which is a lot of fucking money.
Oh, yeah.
The Ellisons kind of come across as the legal cutthroat shitbags that will not lose sleep over just eliminating fucking the 90% of WB's workforce. And I'm sorry, dude. I don't trust creative decisions underneath people that throw very public baby bitch fests, writing in letters that, you know, it'd be a shame if your acquisition didn't get approved because I'm friends with the president. Shit like that makes me not fuck them. Fuck them. I hope they don't win. And again, just like you said, it's not because it's the president currently. It's anyone that would like try to leverage their political capital to fuck over it. Like, fuck you, dude. Like go fuck yourself.
Like if Biden was doing it, it'd be a bad thing.
Yeah.
If Bush was doing it, if Obama was doing it, if Trump was doing it, it's a bad thing. That's just my thing. And also, there's a perfect like meme that encapsulates all this, and it's the Rogue One guy. It's like, I don't need Netflix to win. I just need Paramount to lose. That's kind of like the boat we're in right now.
I just hope that Netflix goes through with it, because I think you have better cohesion from Warner Brothers continuing to be Warner Brothers. That's what I feel. And then it allows Warner Brothers to take their other because it's a raw deal for them if the hostile takeover goes through. If that goes through, you're losing value on the spun off side of things. All of those cable channels, all of that media that they're going to branch off for the Discovery networks, you're saying that that's worth only $10 billion? Like,
yeah, that's,
you know, like, fuck those people. Anyways, so it is currently going on. We're filming this on a Tuesday, the 9th.
So we'll see what happens by Friday.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens by next week, you know?
So anyways, now it's time for sports. Elliott, fuck you for getting into playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Give me some sports news.
I'll give you some sports news. This is the third week. No, this is the fourth week in a row I've gone 2-2 in blind bets. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating, but I am happy the Chargers won last night. So bolt up. Bolt up.
Why are you bolting up?
Why are we bolting up?
Are you just kissing Eddie's ass? Is that what we're doing here right now?
Lady Jam's dad, big Charger guy.
Really?
I'm kissing his ass.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Bolt up.
Yeah, I will give you passes on that.
Well, and it was crazy because the way the Chargers won, a game-saving interception in the red zone to win the game. Green Bay, game-sealing interception to win the game in the red zone. So they kind of won the same way. So I thought that was kind of.
Are you bolting up just to shove it in my fucking face?
Bolt up
with your bullshit about me not getting into the playoffs?
No. I'm going to hop right into what I was going to talk about, and that is the era of love.
Oh God! Well, what's the breaking news?
Oh, the breaking news. You want the breaking news?
Yeah.
I'll give you some breaking news because my break is hip. He's so old. Old man Rivers is back, baby. Phillip Rivers has signed with the Indianapolis Colts due to their quarterback struggles with health. And after Daniel Jones, unfortunately, not only broke his fibula, but he also tore his Achilles. So he'll be out, and it is gruesome. But they don't have QBs, so they decided to sign Phillip Rivers onto the practice squad, meaning we could be seeing Phillip Rivers back as a starting quarterback in the NFL that we haven't seen in 4 years now.
Really?
He's been retired for quite a while, 4 or 5 years. Although
I like to see old men getting their due, Elliott, because I got a bad knee and I want to see old man go and fucking whoop some ass.
He's having all those kids, man. He's got to get a paycheck again.
Hey, that makes sense.
So, I mean, we're going to see. And you know what? Phillip Rivers, last time he played for the Colts, He got them in the playoffs. He got them in the wild card. So you know what?
It would have been even better if they got one of the Mannings to come back.
Oh God.
You want to get that old? If we're gonna go old, let's go old.
My
baby.
thing is, and you know what? I can understand why they didn't do it. I wouldn't be surprised if you called up the Giants and you were like, "Hey, man, just release Russell Wilson and we'll pick him up."
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's doing CBS right now. He's kind of auditioning, so to speak. Like, just let us have him. Let Russ cook. Let's see if we can use him. But instead, they're like, "No, we're going to old man Phillip." Old man Phillip, what?
Huh? What?
Huh?
You want me to throw the balls?
You want me to play some quarterback? Okay. But I mean, yeah, Phillip could be a starting quarterback in 2025.
Interesting.
Yeah. But let's go to some of the bigger games. We'll start with the Houston Texans Sunday night.
Go to the era of love, Elliott.
Oh, okay. Well, since you insist, let's talk about the era.
Can you move your fucking mic in front of your face, please?
It is.
Dude, it's like this. When you talk, just put it in front of your face.
Fine.
Thank you. Christ.
Well, that's why.
Now you got powers.
Superpowers.
It was a tight scene.
Yeah.
I gotta get it.
It was a good scene. A good scene. Yeah. The era of love.
Mm.
Toyotathon love.
Okay.
Love during Toyotathon.
All right.
It is real. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, throwing bombs in Lambeau as the Green Bay Packers take down a very good Chicago Bears team. Chicago Bears weren't really awake in the first half, came back strong. Caleb Williams, I don't know if you saw his touchdown pass where he threaded through a Green Bay defender's hands into his receiver's hands. Caleb's legit. The Bears and the Packers are going to have an awesome rivalry for the next decade. So it's good for football. As a Packer fan, you always want to see your team win, but I think it's healthy that both teams can compete at such a high level, and I think that's good for football in general. But the Packers now jump to the 2 seed in the NFC. The Bears drop all the way down to the 7 seed in the NFC. That just shows how tight the conference is, and they play again in 2 weeks. So we're going to have Packers-Bears 2 in Soldier Field coming up to probably decide the division, which is crazy, but that's just how this season's gone. Chicago, again, bright future.
Do you think they beat Chicago?
Well, Green Bay's 5-0 in the division right now. If they can beat Chicago, they will all but guarantee the 2 seed, potentially the 1 seed if the Rams can manage to lose a game or 2. I don't know if they will. They're very capable of, but it needs to be played the way it was played this past Sunday. Matt LaFleur, I'll give him a ton of credit. I was very critical of him a few weeks ago. He has been good at unlocking Jordan Love and being aggressive in his play calls.
Didn't you say he needed to go?
Again,
You said he needed to go last week.
I did not say that last week.
Elliott's quote. It's time for him to move on. That was his direct language.
I might have said that 4 weeks ago.
You said it last week?
I didn't say it last week. I said that was his best coach game last week, and it was probably even better coached this week because he's letting Jordan Love play aggressive. He's setting aggressive play style, which is making defense have to play deep, meaning his run game, which is what he wants to do, can open up. Josh Jacobs was great last week. Josh Jacobs was great against Detroit. And it's because you're letting Jordan Love throw the ball down the field. Now, did he have a horrible interception to start the game? Yes, but it was early, and he came back and threw some darts to Christian Watson, who, him being healthy is great. Jaden Reed being healthy again is great. So the Packers in a good spot. Tough matchup against Denver in Denver, which sucks because Mile High is a brutal place to play. But go Pack Go. Go Pack Go.
Okay.
Chicago, though, very good. Very good. And their run game is insane. And if Caleb can make the throws he's made, and like, I'm not going to beat him up over a bad interception to end the game. Like, it cost them the game, sure. But the first half, them not playing well cost them the game. Like, you can spin it however you want, you know? But Chicago, very good. A team that I thought at least was going to be good, and you were sniffing it out. Kansas City Chiefs. Falling again to the Houston Texans. The Texans defense, probably the best in football. But man, it is all but over for this season's Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh,
Especially with the Chargers winning against Philly last night.
so who was right, Elliott?
You're right. I'm giving you your flowers.
I was right.
I'm giving you your flowers, man.
I was right.
I'm giving you your flowers. You called it.
Do you think it's because Kelsey's soft?
I just think this
He's
team,
now he's going to be a married man, Elliott.
I just think this team's old. I just think this team.
They're not that old.
They've got a lot of their like star player. Like Kelsey's old.
Yeah. How old is he? Like 30 something, 33, 34?
34, 35. And then you have Chris Jones, their defensive
I feel like
player.
if you're an athlete and you're like tuned up your whole life, like you can play until like your 40s.
Yeah, if you're a quarterback.
No, even
If you're if you're a skill position player, speed and your ability to move is crucial. And when you get older, you slow down. You lose a step or two, especially when you've played 6 seasons and the farthest, like the shortest season you've had is an AFC championship game.
Yeah.
Like when you've played 5 more games a year compared to every other team, like that's a lot more on your body. So I just think they'll reboot and reload and probably will all be like, the Broncos are going to be awesome next year and the Chargers, watch out for the Chargers. And we'll say all this and then the Chiefs will probably be back and we'll all probably just like, ugh, we can't get rid of this team. But at least for this year.
You think?
I
think maybe their composition was like the certain like thing that was driving him all their success before.
I just think when you have a clearly talented quarterback like Mahomes and you have a clearly talented coach like Andy Reid, it's only a matter of time before your team bounces back.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the Bears. They haven't had a good quarterback and a good coach forever. They have it now.
They have a good coach now for sure.
They have a great coach and a very promising quarterback, and look at them now. They're awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just what a coach and what a quarterback can do to a franchise just speaks volumes. Let's move on. Another team with a great quarterback, Josh Allen, going Superman, beating the Bengals, frisky Bengals team, but they still covered, so we love them. But they win in the snow. Josh Allen looks great. They have a big matchup against the Patriots this week. Patriots, very good. Top 1 seed or 2 seed, depending on just like what happens. They were on a bye and became the 2 seed because the Broncos won. So great matchup coming up. Another head scratcher team, the Ravens. We all thought were going to be great. They lose to the Steelers at home. Aaron Rodgers looks like old Aaron, or I guess young Aaron Rodgers, his first rushing touchdown in 3 years, throwing the ball down the field accurately. But they're still only a game behind the Steelers in the division. So, I mean, like, it's going to come down to the last week with this division. That's how ridiculous it is. The Steelers look good until they don't, like who's to say they don't lose next week? And then we're right back to where we started playing a Dolphins team who was pretty awful, pretty booty cheeks, as we could imagine.
Booty cheeks.
Pretty booty cheeks, right? They've won 4 games in a row. They're now 6-7, and their last couple of games, like the Steelers is like their last tough game. If the Dolphins win this weekend, they're right back in the hunt for the playoffs. And who would have thought that?
I wouldn't have thought that.
None of us would have, but that just goes, and we can rapid fire some of the rest. The Jaguars beat up on the Colts. The Colts cannot win in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence.
How are the Jaguars
really good,
being competitive, right?
Really good defense and a really talented running back. And Trevor Lawrence, when he's not throwing horrible interceptions, is actually comparable. So the Jaguars, they're 1 game over the Texans right now, but the Texans, I believe, have the tiebreaker with them. So that division's going down to the wire. The Chargers win. They beat the Eagles in very pathetic fashion. Turnover galore. Jalen Hurts.
No.
All right.
No. He did create. You know what? All I'm hearing right now is that a new record was made.
That's true.
History.
He did make history.
How did he make history?
He made history by not only throwing an interception, multiple interceptions, and a game-sealing interception that lost them the game, but not only did he do all of that, but he managed to throw an interception, have the defense fumble the ball, get the fumble back, only to fumble the ball again for a record 2 turnovers, 1 play. Some say it couldn't be done, but Jalen found a way.
Fuck you, Elliott. And I'll explain my fuck you.
We'll get to that.
At the end.
The Buccaneers lost to the Saints. How? I don't know. But I know a lot of bettors that were not stoked about that because there is no reason why the Saints should have won that game. Denver Broncos beat up on the lousy, pathetic Raiders. The Raiders are so lousy and so pathetically pathetic. So
bad.
They are terrible.
You know what? Also, fuck Steve.
Yeah. Shedeur Sanders and the Browns. Really fun game. I don't know why on the 2-point conversion you don't let Shedeur actually throw the ball. You go with the wildcat play. But Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, a lot of people who thought were the best quarterbacks in college last year, had a great game. Happy for Cam to get a win. He definitely needs it.
Yeah.
The Titans are terrible. The Browns have potential.
I think the Browns
have potential.
I would love to see the Browns do some shit and have like a really good team like 1 year.
Well, it depends.
Break the curse.
I'm hoping. I mean, it depends if Shedeur balls out these last couple.
Yeah.
I mean, he had over 300. He's the first rookie this year to pass for over 300 passing yards.
It's impressive.
It's very impressive. And, for all the things offseason, the drafting, whether he was cocky or not, to now actually be able to perform and perform very well, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
We're rooting for him. And, you hope.
And I just like his dad.
Who doesn't like prime time?
I just like his dad.
Darnold, Seahawks, kicking ass again.
Darnold,
kicking ass, taking names. The validation tour feels awesome. I gotta say. Now, it'll all get washed.
It'll crumble down.
Crumble away if they get blown out in the playoffs. But for now, it's fun. For now, the Darnold train is fun. And then the Cowboys, who were in a desperate need of a win on Thursday night, they ran into the one team more desperate, the Detroit Lions at home. The Lions take their playoff chances to be slim to none. But I wouldn't say none because with the Eagles losing, the Cowboys still have a shot.
Well,
they just have to win out and hope the Eagles keep losing. And honestly, with the vibes right now with Philly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow, this is so surprising.
It's crazy.
I thought they were going to be a fucking dominant team.
Well, and it's crazy because if you look back, we'll quickly go down Philly's history. 3 years ago, they make it all the way to the Super Bowl. They lose in heartbreaking fashion to the Chiefs, but it was a great game, and you're like, the future is bright with Philly. They go 10-1 to start their next season and then fall apart on one of the worst collapses in football season history, and they get blown out because they have no juice in Tampa to Baker. The next year, they win the Super Bowl in dominating fashion.
Yeah.
They finally
right
the ship and they fix things and everything looks great. And then this season, they're looking pretty awesome. They look pretty good. They've got 2 losses in their name. Like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. You're not expecting them to go undefeated, but the offense isn't right. And then the defense isn't right. And now the offense is really bad. And 4 turnovers from Jalen Hurts in game-sealing fashion.
Yeah.
This is very reminiscent of the Philly team from a few years ago where it all spirals.
Yeah.
And if it does, I don't know if you want to play the Dallas Cowboys with their offense playing as good as it is. And Dak at home is very good. So the NFC playoffs the race is crazy. Football's been crazy. And on a very, very quick side note, the Ducks keep kicking ass, baby. Drew, you got to get on this Duck squad, man.
I heard you guys are a bunch of quackers.
Yeah. Drew,
fucking
quackers. This is a quacker podcast, man. Playing dangerous here, all right?
I just don't understand why minorities need you. Oh, wait, no, not crackers?
No.
Oh,
quackers.
Okay.
Q.
Okay.
Big Qs.
Well,
but not the QAnons.
You got to lead. Yeah, you got to lead me to the right direction.
Yeah, I'm trying to feed you bread, and you're going.
All right.
Now let's do what everybody's been excited for.
Fuck you, Elliott. Fuck you, Elliott. I'm not happy with you.
What? Huh? You're not happy with me?
Not happy with you.
Huh? You're angry with me? Week 14. Ooh. We go to Detroit as Dak Prescott tried to get back to the timeline where the Cowboys didn't trade away a generational talent and could have a decent defense. Sadly for him and Sal, he had slim George Pickens because when the game was on the line and he needed him most to try and say, nah, I don't really feel like it. Tim tried to end the season Stroud, but he ended up just being Jake Moody when he got struck right off the tee as Higgins was Giggins his way to the end zone for 2 scores for Sal to make his way into the playoffs.
What?
Playoffs?
What?
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? Yes, Sal is in, winning 101-76. Well, how noise for Royce? He got a bye week thanks to Sparkles and his big cam scattaboo-boo. Royce is in. He wins.
What the fuck? Royce
90-47. He's really good this year.
Fucking Royce in the playoffs.
He's really good this year. We have another must-win for Colleen as she travels for another win. She brought her favorite Cam and put on her favorite Jonathan Chuck Taylors. And right as she was about to make it out the door and into the playoffs, she got trampled by Broncos as Steve and his bro Nix saddled up and left her on the AJ ground. Colleen crumbles to Steve as the Ass Hats win 118-104. To the weight room where April was flexing all over little Mikey all weekend.
Little Mikey.
April started with some early cardio because she knows cardio is vital to success. She was getting tired folding Mikey and his disaster team over and over and over and over again. But Jameer Hacksaw Gibbs said, just let me get one mo. And she did get one mo as April tossed Mikey around, crushing him.
10 and 3,
crushing
11 and 3?
him 146-85 in a race for some of the last playoff spots as Cody tries to swing on Betty and her big bunk ass. Jerry Mouse Judy hit Eddie and the Titans with a mallet, leaving them Jalen waddling to the blue tent. Hang on, I'm going to try a Tom scream. Cedric the Entertainer Tillman may have flopped, but it didn't matter because Josh flopped his big 38 onto Eddie's Cam little face. Ew.
Ugh.
Ew.
Goo.
Ew. Ew. Cody is heading to the playoffs, winning 129-110.
This is fucking backwards year.
Okay. In a city of angels where it really Jalen hurts to watch him play as he made history. Not just for his 4 interceptions, but also the famous interception fumblerooski. The first of its kind. The baby birds needed a win and to get help and said, today's the Zay. And he finally saw his flowers bloom. Drew was so happy.
I was.
Like 3-6 Mafia as he started to popping his pollen. Popping his pollen. As Tony ate the scoring devil fruit where it gives him the power to score in literally one game only. He had a great game. Drew wins, but is he in? We aren't sure. Winning 104-82. Eric, where's your child?
Eric, where's your kid?
Where's your child?
Give us your son.
Give us your son.
Give us your son.
And we finish in Buffalo, where Joe Cool tried to burrow through the snow. The Droopies thought they had an easy one before their inevitable playoff run because they were in. They were in. But they failed to Jalen read the room as Darren wasn't out of it yet. Darren called up his puka bear with Limp Bizkit, where he was doing it for the Nooka as Darren fought his way back. It came down to the wire, but sadly for the Droopies, ESPN Fantasy Football app didn't tell him that Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't playing until after the game started on Thursday.
Whoops.
Not happy. Leaving him without his star, while Christian Deshaun Watson got not one score, but 2 scores. The Droopies fall to Darren 114 to 103. Now, I know what you're asking. What does that mean? And if we go to the scoring and we go to the standings and we crunch the numbers, you find by the slimmest, and I mean slimmest of margins, the votes are in, the casted ballots are done. The Droopies sag their way to the 7th seed, the 8th seed, and are in the playoffs, leaving Drew quite literally at the window, scratching at the door, trying to get in. And there's your week 14 and final regular season fantasy recap.
Go fuck yourself, Elliott. It literally came down. We have the same record. We're both 7-7. It came down that you can't write this.
You can't write it.
Okay. It came down to 0.14 points between Elliott and myself making it to playoffs. And it just so happened to be Jalen Hurts scoring 0.4 points where he regularly puts up 24 to 30.
If he had just given you a single point, a single full point.
Full point, I would have made it to the fucking playoffs. But he had to make history by being the biggest dipshit in the NFL. Fuck you, Elliott. And fuck this.
And I'm in. And guess what? I'm coming for you, Steve.
Whatever.
I'm coming for you, Steve.
April's going to beat all of you.
Yeah, probably.
April's going to beat all of you.
And the worst thing is, it's hard not to root for. And I'm in the playoffs.
I'm so pissed.
I'm coming for you all.
Anyway,
there you
go. There's taps and takes.
A little beefier.
But you know, we did it.
It's like, oh, it's so beefy. Oh, now I have powers.
Elliott, look at your hair, man. Your hair's just crazy.
Royce, how's the hair?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Flowing.
Beautiful.
It's all right.
It's beautiful.
It's all right. Anyways, like and subscribe. Support us. Go and check out our live stream. Twitch.tv/TheDoOver.
We're probably just now starting.
And then also keep in mind that we got the YouTubes, we got the Apple,
Yes.
we got all
Watch
the stuff.
YouTubes.
We got the Spotify.
Watch Spotify.
Do all the things.
Watch Patreon.
And we'll be next. We'll be back. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Until then, I love you. Bye.